Welcome to E for English. I'm Astha, your host, and we are yet again back with another video lesson, another show with Baba Alexander sir. Welcome, sir.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome everybody to our program. Good evening too.
So, what is the cause today which we are catering to?
Today is an international observation, ma'am.
Okay.
We say F.
G. M.
M.
Okay. So, FGM stands for Female Genital Mutilation, and it is observed by United Nations to consider and to raise the awareness against this practice.
Yeah.
So we can see a logo also behind us which is actually representing a small little girl. What do you have to say about it?
Actually, it is against human rights, ma'am.
Okay, so FGM actually, what happens is it's non-medical practice which is considered to be very illegal because it violates the rights of women and the girls, and it leads to a lot of diseases.
Yeah.
It leads to a lot of infections, and it also results in premature deaths.
Yeah.
So it is just based on religious idols, and moreover the secondary reasons are the gender inequalities. So it is actually the root cause is the patriarchy, which is actually also known as the male dominance in the society. So it's a way to show the women that you are not equal, and they are not equal, they are not considered, and they are deviated from the path of progress and development. Their rights to live freely, they are made to feel that they don't even have rights on their bodies.
Their own body.
So therefore the genitals are mutilated, operated at a very early age, and it happens generally from infancy to 15 years of age. So actually the person already loses the self-confidence, that inner strength and spark, because that is actually a symbolic, those scars become symbolic of what a society does to a woman, and to degrade the woman and to stop them from development. So that's actually the basic root causes gender inequality. So United Nations has raised voice against this, and it has been found in many parts of the world,
especially in African countries.
It's in African countries, Middle East also, and maybe in some Asian countries as well. So what do you have to say about it?
This actually I want to stop it, ma'am. It's so cruel too. Okay, it is no justice, no nothing. What is my point?
Absolutely.
No, there is no scientific base also behind this practice also.
Absolutely, sir. So that is the irony of the situation, that most of the females do not know about it. So therefore they also become victim of this practice. And according to the survey, around 200 million women who are living now presently, they have been under FGM in some point of time in life.
Oh my goodness.
And 68 million women are in the risk, are in that danger zone of getting female genetically mutilated from 2015 to 2030. So that is the possibility, because this is the time actually that people should stand up against this. They should raise awareness.
Even our participants also can participate in this issue, ma'am.
Absolutely, we would like to, because it's a very serious issue out in the society.
So many people don't know about such issues also.
Right, and it is observed on February 6th. So that is why we are observing it today, and we are raising the awareness on this cause. So we want our viewers actually to write what they feel about it, to maybe if they have to say anything, any pledge they want to take, or any experience, if any stories of it if they have heard, and if you want to share, this is an open platform, and we can because our purpose is to promote the ideals also in the society.
We can dedicate a song also to them.
Definitely, sir.
A for ambience, B for benevolence, E for English. Welcome all, welcome all, welcome all. Wow.
A very soothing one, actually. So again, we request our viewers to put in their comments and their views, and whether it boils your blood when you hear about such corrupt practices, and what steps do you think a government or the people at large should take, because it's not only in the hands of the government. This is something called, which is mental conditioning, which has taken place, and people follow these blind religious practices in the name of superstition, in the name of those risk factors, and which
And
continues
people practice it as a custom also.
as a custom. And now coming to the video lesson, sir. In the morning we had watched. What do you have to say about it?
Actually, we practicing in between, two people in between practicing, just a casual talk.
Okay.
Telling about dress, ornaments, makeup, cosmetics.
Okay.
Got it, my point.
Okay.
It develops our fluency as well as confidence to talk in a casual way.
In an informal situation.
Yeah, informal situation.
Like we sit and we hang around with our friends.
Yeah.
So this segment of the show is called Show Me Once More.
പഞ്ചായത്തിലെ 2 രാഷ്ട്രീയ പാർട്ടികളെ കാണുമ്പോ കടിച്ചു ചേർന്ന പാർട്ടികളാണ്. പക്ഷെ ഇവിടെ വരുമ്പോ എന്തൊരു ഐക്യ, ഒറ്റ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നിന്ന് 2 സ്ട്രോയില്. ഈ ഐക്യം നിങ്ങളെ പഞ്ചായത്തിൽ കാണിച്ചിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ പഞ്ചായത്ത് എവിടെ എത്തിയനെ?
അല്ല, ഞാൻ അങ്ങനത്തെ ആളല്ല.
എങ്ങനത്തെ ആളാണെന്ന് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചില്ലല്ലോ.
അല്ല, തെറ്റിദ്ധരിച്ചില്ലേ?
ഇല്ലല്ലോ, നന്നായിട്ടാണല്ലോ ധരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് സാരിയൊക്കെ.
അല്ല തിരുമേനി, അതെ ഈ ഞങ്ങള് ഈ ഇവിടെ ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ ക്ലാസ്സും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ എന്നാലും വെറുതെ പഞ്ചായത്തിന്റെ പണം ലാപ്സാക്കണ്ടല്ലോ എന്ന് കരുതിയിട്ട് ഒരു ക്ലാസ്സിൽ 2 സ്ട്രോയിട്ട് കുടിച്ചാൽ അത്രയും പണം പഞ്ചായത്തിന്
ലാഭിക്കാം. നല്ല കാര്യം കേട്ടോ. നിങ്ങള് പഞ്ചായത്ത് ജനപ്രതിനിധികൾ ഇങ്ങനെ തുടങ്ങണം.
ഇവിടെ പഞ്ചായത്ത് മീറ്റിംഗ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നേ. ഇവിടെ അല്ല, ഇതിനപ്പുറത്ത് ടൗൺ ഹാളില്. അപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങള് മീറ്റിംഗ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ചൂടല്ലേ, അപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ.
പഞ്ചായത്തിന്റെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ AC റെസ്റ്റോറന്റിലൊക്കെയാണ് നടക്കണത് ഇപ്പോഴല്ലേ.
പ്ലാനിംഗ് ബോർഡിന്റെ മീറ്റിംഗ്.
പ്ലാനിംഗ് ആണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി. കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ വൃത്തിയായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലാവണ്ട.
സത്യമായിട്ടും
ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിച്ചിരിക്കണം.
എന്തെടുക്കാൻ വിചാരിച്ചത്? എല്ലാ പെണ്ണുങ്ങളും ഒരുപോലെ നിങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നത്. ഒരു ഗ്ലാസ്സിൽ നിന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ 2 സ്ട്രോയിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ കുടിച്ചെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് ഉടനെ എന്നത് അവിഹിതമാണല്ലോ കാണുന്നത്.
ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലല്ലോ.
രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാർ കാണുമ്പോൾ കൂടി എന്തെങ്കിലും തലസ്ഥാനത്തോ തിരുവനന്തപുരത്തോ വെച്ച് കണ്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അപ്പൊ തന്നെ പത്രക്കാർ മീഡിയ ചാടി ഇറങ്ങിക്കൊള്ളു.
നമ്മള് കൂട്ടുകാരല്ലേ.
തന്നെ പോലുള്ള സദാചാര പോലീസുകൾ ഇവിടെ ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ടാണോ സുപ്രീം കോടതി അങ്ങനെ ഒരു നിയമം വരെ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത്?
ഞാനിപ്പോ വാക്ക് വിചാരിച്ചല്ലോ, തന്നെ മാനസിക കൂട്ടുചേർത്ത് പോലീസ് കേസ് കൊടുത്താൽ ഭീഷണിപ്പെടുത്തണ്ട. താൻ എന്നെ സ്വഭാവമായിരിക്കും, മനസ്സിലായോ?
എവിടെ കാണാനില്ല.
നിങ്ങളുടെ
സ്ഥിരം കസ്റ്റമറാണ്.
നേരത്തെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
ഞാൻ ഈ വക്കീലിനെ കാണാൻ വരുമ്പോ ഇവിടെ കയറാറുണ്ട്.
ഓ ശരി.
സ്ഥിരം പറയണ പോലെ ചിക്കൻ ബിരിയാണി എടുത്തല്ലോ.
ചിക്കൻ ബിരിയാണി നല്ലത്. ഈ ചിക്കൻ ബിരിയാണി
ചിക്കൻ ബിരിയാണി കേട്ടതാണ്, മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? പൂജ നിർമാല്യം ഇതെല്ലാം കഴിഞ്ഞ് വന്നാണ് ഇവിടെ ടൗണിൽ വന്നിട്ട് ചിക്കന്റെ കാറ്റ് വലിച്ചു
പോകുന്ന വഴിക്ക് ഞാനൊരു വലിയ ഫ്ലെക്സ് അവിടെ അടിച്ച് ഇറക്കി വെക്കും.
മാലതി തിരുമേനി എത്ര മണിക്കാ ഇവിടെ ഈ ചായ കുടിക്കാൻ പോണത്?
5 മണിക്ക്. 5
മണിക്ക്. ഞാൻ 4:45 പോകും. എനിക്ക് നാളെ സംസാരിക്കാൻ ഒരു വിഷയമില്ലേ? നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ അടിയത്തുള്ള നമ്മുടെ തിരുമേനി ടൗണിൽ പോയിട്ട് ചിക്കൻ ബിരിയാണി വലിച്ചു
നമ്മളെ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ ഞാനും കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല, എന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. പോരെ,
കോംപ്രമൈസ് ആയല്ലോ.
കോംപ്രമൈസ് ആയി.
അപ്പൊ ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ തിരുമേനി. അബദ്ധങ്ങൾ പറ്റാത്തവരാരും ഇല്ല, മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? അതൊക്കെ ഇവിടുത്തെ പാടി കിടക്കേണ്ട ആരാത്
ഫുഡ് അങ്ങോട്ട് എടുത്താൽ
റൂമോ 110 റൂമൊക്കെ എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലേ? പിന്നെ
അത് പഞ്ചായത്തിന്റെ മന്ത്രി വരണ്ടേ?
പഞ്ചായത്തിന് മന്ത്രിയൊക്കെ ആയോ?
പിന്നെ പഞ്ചായത്തിന്റെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ സംസാരിക്കാനായിട്ട് മന്ത്രി മന്ത്രിക്കൊരു റൂം. മന്ത്രിക്കാനൊരു റൂമല്ല,
വാതിലടച്ചിട്ടിരുന്ന് മന്ത്രിക്കാൻ. മനസ്സിലായി.
അല്ല തിരുമേനിയുടെ മറ്റേ നമ്മുടെ
എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ സഹായം ഒന്നും വേണ്ട.
അതൊക്കെ പോട്ടെ, സഹായം വേണ്ട. തിരുമേനി എന്തെങ്കിലും കഴിക്കണം.
നിങ്ങളെന്താ ഓർഡർ ചെയ്തേക്കണേ?
മാലതി ഞാൻ പറയാം. സത്യത്തിൽ മെനു കണ്ടപ്പോ എനിക്കൊന്നും മനസ്സിലായില്ല. അപ്പൊ മാലതി ഇങ്ങനെ നോക്കി കൈ കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് വന്നു ഇത് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു.
ഇത്
മതിയോ? റൈസ് ഇന്നവരെ കഴിക്കാത്തൊരു സാധനം.
റൈസ് സൂപ്പാണോ?
ഏത് നൂഡിൽസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട് ഇതിനകത്ത്.
പൊക്കള
റൈസ് സൂപ്പ്. ഞാനത് മാലതിയോടുള്ള സ്നേഹം
കുടിച്ചിട്ടില്ലായിരിക്കും പാവം.
കാരണം ഇവിടെ വരെ വന്നിട്ട് കഴിക്കണ സാധനം കഞ്ഞിവെള്ളം അല്ലേ? നാട്ടിൽ കിട്ടാട്ടുള്ള ഇവിടെ വന്ന് കഞ്ഞിവെള്ളം കുടിക്കുക. എത്ര കാശ് കഞ്ഞിവെള്ളത്തിന്?
200.
ഐ 200 രൂപ കൊടുത്ത് കഞ്ഞിവെള്ളം കുടിക്കണം. മണ്ട നിന്നെയൊക്കെ എന്താ ചെയ്യും? ഐ കിട്ടില്ലേ?
എന്താ നടതാനെ? അക്ഷരം അറിയാത്ത തന്റെ കൂടെ ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങി തിരിച്ചല്ലോ.
ആ കണ്ടില്ലേ, ഈ അക്ഷരം അറിയാൻ പാടില്ലാത്ത ഇവന്റെ കൂടെ ഇതുപോലെ മാലതിയും വന്നില്ലേ? എന്തുകൊണ്ടാ വന്നേ?
എനിക്ക് അക്ഷരം അറിയത്തുണ്ട്.
അതാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാർക്ക് ആദ്യം വേണ്ടത് എന്താ? വിദ്യാഭ്യാസമാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഇനി അത് പഠിക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കണം. മനസ്സിലായോ? ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇവന് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാറുണ്ട്. പോത്തിന് തലേ കയറാറില്ല. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എളുപ്പ വഴിയുണ്ട്. 50 മണിക്കൂർ കൊണ്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കാൻ. ബാബ അലക്സാണ്ടർ സാറിന്റെ ബാബ ഈസി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. ഈസി ട്രൂ കേട്ടോ. അതിനൊരു മന്ത്രമുണ്ട്. മന്ത്രം ചൊല്ലണം. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ മന്ത്രം ചൊല്ലിക്കോ. ദിത്താന്തരിക്കണതോ
മാലതി അങ്ങനെയല്ല, പഞ്ചായത്ത് യോഗത്തിൽ കിടന്ന് കസർത്ത് കളിച്ച് പട്ടം കളിക്കില്ലേ, അതുപോലെ തിട്ടാന്തരിക്കണതോ അങ്ങനെ കളിച്ച്
സാധനം വന്നു കണ്ടോ? കണ്ടോ? ഇത് കണ്ടോ? അത് യൂട്യൂബിൽ കയറിയിട്ട് ബാബ ഈസി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കണ്ടോ? ഇങ്ങനെ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം. വീഡിയോ ഒന്നാണ്ടോ? കാണാൻ.
ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ് സർ.
ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്. എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് സ്ഥലം?
അടിപൊളി.
ഇതൊരു വലിയ സജ്വാജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഗ്രാമത്തിലെ മനൂർഷിന്റെ മന്ദിറിന്റെ മുമ്പിലാണ് നമ്മൾ.
അതെ.
രസമുണ്ടല്ലേ?
സർ ഇന്നെന്താണ് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്?
ഇന്ന് നമുക്കൊരു ഈ ബോഡി റിലേറ്റഡ് ഡ്രസ്സിംഗ്, ഓർണമെന്റ്സ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ എ കാഷ്വൽ ടോക്ക്.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ.
Which type of dress you preferring? Plain type of dress or check type?
The design is like I like. Then I will choose.
Designer shirts. Okay. You preferring ready-made shirts or stitched on?
Ready-made.
Ready-made shirts. Okay. How many collections you have?
I don't know.
Uncountable. Okay. And what about jeans? Jeans or normal pant? Which one you preferring?
More cotton pants.
Cotton pants you preferring? Company or stitched on?
Both.
Both you preferring. Okay.
What about you?
I am preferring this type of jeans and coat, especially this climate. You know, this is
Okay.
nice to wear. Okay. What about your hair treatment? Looks very nice now. Special caring you giving for your hair.
Especially caring. Only
Okay.
coconut oil.
Any oil? Special oil? Nothing. Okay. What about beauty treatment?
No beauty treatment.
How many days you go in a week in beauty parlor?
No beauty for.
You believing in natural beauty.
Natural.
Okay. Okay.
What about you?
I am also believing in natural beauty.
Okay okay. Very.
Then what about soap, shampoo? Which is your favorite brand?
No.
No particular brand. Any soap you preferring? Okay, okay. What about ornaments, watch, rings?
Now only using this type of.
Oh, okay, okay.
Bracelets.
No metals, nothing.
No.
Okay, okay. What about shoes?
Shoes. This is gifted. Foreigner gifted.
Oh, okay, okay. Which type shoes you preferring?
Canvas in this.
Canvas.
This climate.
Climate. Nice. Okay. Inside, how many are there? Too much there. Too much
Three
there.
t-shirts. 2
Okay.
jackets.
Still you feel shivering, huh?
No. No.
Now sunny, that's no issues. Okay. This type of casual talk develops your fluency. Okay.
Okay okay.
You can talk with your friends. Here so many village people are there.
Okay.
You can make an attempt. Okay.
Okay.
And they also understand this day method. Okay.
Sure.
Then you will wind up with a thrilling.
Okay.
Okay. Super, super, super. Super, super, super. Super, 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 super.
അപ്പൊ നമുക്കിത് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്താലോ?
പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യാം.
അല്ല,
ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്തില്ല, നമ്മൾ 3 പേരും ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് ഇനി വേറെ ആൾക്കാർ കാണണ്ട.
എന്തായാലും ഈ റൂം എടുത്തിട്ടില്ലേ, ഈ റൂമിൽ പോയിരുന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഇതാണ് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യാം.
ഗുഡ് ഐഡിയ.
വരിക. ഹായ് മാലതി.
ഹായ് തിരുമേനി.
ഹായ് ഹായ് തിരുമേനി കേക്ക് നമ്പൂതിരി.
ഹായ് മെമ്പർ. മാലതി, യുവർ ഹെയർ ഈസ് വെരി ബ്ലാക്ക്. Are you using dye?
No. തിരുമേനി no.
Earrings.
It's natural.
Earrings are very beautiful.
Oh.
How much this?
200.
Only 200.
200.
Oh, that is not gold. White gold?
No.
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 Earring, bangle,
Bangle.
original.
Gold.
Gold.
Ah.
Oh, how much this?
10 grams.
Oh,
Hi, Kirmini.
hi.
Your shirt is very, very good.
This is international band,
Oh, is it true?
but this is Kudra,
Member?
a lokra, local.
Okay, your watch is very international brand.
No. This is a footpath products.
Footpath.
Only
Really footpath?
only 20 rupees.
It's not work, അല്ലേ?
It's not work. It's only shop. Your mobile phone? Which company is?
Vivo.
Hi, good. Very nice. That's gold color. But I like only black color.
Oh.
That's very good.
Same to you. I like black.
Hi, your mind is black.
Comedy.
Yeah. Both of you are made for each other.
Oh my god. Super.
Super. Appreciate me. Super.
Slowly.
Super. If you like this video, please subscribe and write comments. This KK Namudri is signing out. Come again with another English game.
Welcome back to E4 English. Just now we have watched such an interesting video, sir.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about it?
It's a very beautiful practice for developing our informal conversation in English, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Especially so many families, so much of this type of casual talking we want to talk with so many people. Got
Yeah.
my point.
And probably it will also encourage to sit and talk because some people
yeah,
are
yeah.
not free to talk in their families, maybe with the parents or cousins, that ways.
Yeah.
So it could also help in building bonds.
Yeah, a good family relationship will develop, a friendship relationship will develop. Got my
Absolutely,
point.
yes. And so let's see how many people have to say and what they have to say about this. For example, we have Shiaz Khan. He writes, I practiced it with my mom. We really enjoyed it and we got more words.
Very good. Everything
Baby
we want to
Raj-
start from the family itself.
Yeah.
Very good.
Absolutely. Baby Raj writes, now I'm practicing alone. Very interesting and good experience. And she's excited.
Very good.
Vinay Shemi also calls it an interesting game and he's saying that I practiced alone.
Very good.
And then Dhanya ji. Okay, then we have Anjali Raj. She says that I practiced this lesson. I explained about my daughter's dress, ornaments, and she only sits in front of me and she was laughing. So sometimes she was repeating the words which, she shared. Dhanya ji, I talked with a lady whom I met in a train. We talked about our view in fashion. It was very interesting. While we talked more sentences, they were, she was able to make them automatically.
Okay, she made a this type
Conversation
she
with
practiced
a lady in a train.
strange lady.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
That's very good. And Sharmi CV shares that she started practicing alone and it's going well.
Very good.
And then we have Dhanya ji. She writes, I practiced with my friend, imaginary way. It was casual talk.
Very
So
good.
feeling better in the conversation.
Very good. After a little time, she can really talk with her friend too.
Absolutely. There are so many.
Not only that, no need of directly talking, man. Through phone, they can make this type of practice. Very
Absolutely,
easy.
right.
Video call making, they can see also.
Video calls and even the telephonic calls.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are so many people who are also sharing their experience.
About our today's message, that observation also.
Yes,
Anybody?
Anjali Raj shares that and she writes, today I was waiting for this program very happily, but after hearing the FGM, my mind is very disturbed.
Oh.
What illiterate people. So Anjali, you're absolutely correct, but rather than being disturbed, it's okay. That is actually the first emotion. But one should be, eager to take some step or spread awareness in the society because so many people are not even aware of this corrupt
Even
practice.
2 days before now, we told about any change we want to start from
Ourselves.
ourselves.
If you want to see the change, start from yourself, as we discussed about Mahatma Gandhi.
Within our limitations, so many things we can do. Man.
So many things. Even just talking to others is a step.
Yeah, even though these people undergoing this custom, they don't know their rights also, man.
Right.
If we can aware them, then maybe we can make a change in the society.
Absolutely. And maybe those who are following it on others, they are also not aware of the realities.
Yeah.
They could be also blindfolded in the realms of superstitions.
A big mass public awareness you want to develop.
Absolutely. So we are waiting for your comments on this issue also and what you have to say about it.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have the comments regarding the video lesson. Shirley PK writes, I practiced myself, meeting my friend, casual talk, both conversation, I made it alone.
Very
So
good.
it was very interesting. Good.
Very nice.
And then we have Shirley PK, she writes, most sentences are coming out fluently. And then we have Vinod Kumar, he writes, I practiced with my neighbor. It was a good experience.
Very good, very good.
Sharmi CV, okay. She's talking to Dhanya actually, and they are talking about how much videos and audios they have exchanged and
Okay.
sent. So that's good that you're talking to each other and promoting friendship.
Yeah.
Okay. And Shiaz Khan writes, day by day we are getting more knowledge from the classes. That's very good because you are consistent.
Not only knowledge, you want to practice and you want to develop that practicability too.
Yeah, absolutely. Then Vinesh M. writes, I talked with my daughter, she likes this game. Anna Chaco writes, this class is very interesting.
Very good, very good.
Safi NCDC shares, I practice alone, I like ornaments, so I use more words about ornaments.
Very good, very good.
Okay. Then we have Rini Ravindran, I talked alone about my husband.
Okay, very good.
And Anjali Raj writes, thank you sir for your appreciation. This is my first attempt to share the video and give caption. I got award, thank you so much.
Oh, okay, very good, very good.
That's good if you have got the award in the first go. So if you continue to practice, you might be able to get the winners award also, the mega award. And then so many people are congratulating the winners and the judges as well.
Of course.
And Shiaz Khan also shares that I'm very excited to get cash prize again. Thank you all. And Florence Guntuka writes, we have practiced this in the afternoon and we were able to play with a positive energy.
Very good, very good.
It was a great time which we spent with my colleagues.
Actually, the practice not only with one person, ma'am. They can practice with so many people. Even they can practice with all the family members,
Right.
relatives,
Right.
neighbors,
Absolutely.
then friends.
Friends
Friends
also.
also different range of friends are there.
Different
Intimate
range.
friends, got in my mind.
Yeah.
Far away friends.
And some which are very
Some
close.
people have telephonic friends also.
Telephonic friends.
Then digital friends also. So many
Digital,
people
yeah.
have. Okay.
So many
Simply
ways.
social media, there are so many friends.
Absolutely.
And they can practice with their colleagues also.
Yeah.
Students can practice with their classmates.
Professional friends.
Professional friends.
Yeah.
Practicing more, then more result will come automatically.
Absolutely right. So we'll be reading more and more comments and we're waiting for more and more experiences. So it's time to take a short commercial break.
Conquer the world in 50 hours.
Baba, easy English. Baba, easy English.
Speak English within 50 hours. Baba Easy English. Miss call to 9947 746272.
Welcome back to E4 English. So just now we are reading the comments and views of different people, how they have played the game in the morning or in the afternoon, with whom have they played, whether they have talked on instruments or ornaments or dress or what. So
they can elaborate also the
Elaborate.
conversation, some other but not only about the things, they can talk about their interested things, maybe favorites. Got it, my point.
yeah.
Just a casual talk, not
could
limit
be
their
anything.
talking into particular border and there.
absolutely.
Yeah, they have the freedom. Okay.
Now, for example, we have Sharmi CV. She shares, I practice with my own dress, hairstyle, ornaments in front of a mirror
That's a
and
good
enjoyed
idea.
it. So that's called self-appreciation, which is actually very important.
Very important.
Now I extend my practice with my family members, only imaginary practice.
Very good.
Anjali Raj, today's lesson is very casual talk. It's, it helps us to do casual talking.
Actually, casual talking is a very good strategy of developing English, ma'am.
Yes.
This language originated not in a formal way.
Yeah.
It originated in informal environments. Got it, my point.
Absolutely, sir.
That's why informal talking is the best strategy for developing English. Not only
Absolutely.
English, any language.
Yeah.
Even in school we learning. In Kerala, so many people learning Hindi in a formal way, but they are not at all able to communicate one sentence in Hindi.
Right.
But even they are coming to Delhi or North India, very fastly they learn Hindi. Got it,
Yeah,
my point?
yeah.
Why? Because they are using an informal Hindi here.
And they're getting a lot of exposure
Ah,
around.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
talking. So the moment we, use objects also, as you tell.
That means the language will not go with a formal system. Workable only in an informal system
In an
or in
informal.
a casual system.
Casual system.
Got it,
Right.
my point. That's why we included so many casual practices, informal practices. Got it, my point. Don't bother about their English and that, but they want to practice it and they want to develop their own talking ability.
Their own speaking skills as well.
Yeah.
Which would probably enhance the personality and also increase the
And
confidence.
never make a comparison also with other people also.
Yeah. Okay. So then we have Rini Ravindran. She shares that I practice myself about my family members. And Remy Manjula shares that today I practice with my colleagues. I appreciated her sari, ornaments, makeup. She was very happy. That's very good.
It's a way of appreciating too.
And spreading positivity
also. Okay. Everybody expecting somebody's appreciation. Got it, my point. If we want to take initiative and appreciate others, then automatically they also start appreciating us.
Right.
Got it, my point. That is a good habit also we're developing in the society.
Right, sir. And it's very important actually. Then we have Sharmi CV. She shares, I practice with my own dress, hairstyle, ornaments. Okay, we have already discussed that. Then again, Yashodhara NK, she writes, I practice with my daughter,
Very good.
cutting the cake in her college with her students.
Very
So
good.
that was actually a kind of celebration. Manjula Thawara writes, I talked to customer care executive. It was an awesome experience.
Very good, very good. Maybe that previous practices they're remembering and sharing
Right.
that experience too. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Florence Guntika writes that we have practiced this in the afternoon and we were able to play with a positive energy.
Very good.
It was a great time which we spent with my colleagues.
In schools, they can give such an assignment to students too.
Yes,
Two
sir.
students in between face-to-face sitting and doing this practice.
Right.
At a time, they can do with so many students.
So many students.
Then they will get a good English also.
Yeah.
They enjoy also this type of practice. Not only that, very easy for getting vocabulary too. We no need to go to other too much complicated things and all. It's
Right.
almost familiar with our surroundings too.
Absolutely.
But for a beginner, this is a good strategy of developing English.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, sir. Then we have Dhanya Ji. She writes, I practiced with my brother when he called. We described his new hairstyle and he is being little bit fat too. So I could do it nicely. He also told me about my development.
Very good, very good.
And then we have Rini Ravindran. She writes that she practiced about her family members. And then we have Florence Guntika. We practiced in the lunch break. It was a lovely day. We talked about ornaments, kid magazine, properties for annual programs.
Very good, very good. Actually, we will get some cosmetics related idea, beauty, caring our body. Such ideas also we will get from others too.
Right.
We can say beauty tips we will get from
Beauty
others.
tips. Absolutely correct. And then we have Anjali Raj. She writes, I called my husband and talked about my friend's changes. He appreciated me and said, you very well talk in English, and he offered a gift for my improvement in English.
Oh, very good.
Rini writes that I practice alone about my job.
Very good.
And Baby Raj writes, I practice with my sister. She cooked biryani today and took photo. Sent to me, but I did not get it. Okay. So that ways you can again call her and probably, talk to her and maybe ask the recipe also.
Of course, of course.
And then we have Dhanya Ji. She writes, I practice with my uncle who came to my home now. It was a casual talk and he was surprised in my conversation. Thanks a lot, sir, for improvement.
Very good, very good.
Sir, how does it feel when so many people
Actually,
feel good?
now who all are really practicing our program, they are implementing this English into their own activities.
Yeah.
Not waiting for our instructions or our guidance, nothing.
And
Now
they're-
they understood
yeah.
what is the strategy of developing English in a real way.
And they're in
In a
own
natural
worlds
way. In
also.
a natural way too.
Yeah.
Okay. Same way others also can implement this English into your own life in any ways. No need to wait for our game or our puzzle or our lesson.
Yeah.
Got it, my point?
Absolutely.
Just implement in your day-to-day life and talk only in English with everybody. That's a good strategy.
That's a
too.
very good strategy. Okay. And a lot of people have shared their experiences. For example, Anjali Raj writes, I called my husband and talked about my friend's changes. He appreciated me. And then we have Florence Guntika. She writes, exactly, sir. There were many tips which we were not knowing about the beauty. So they got those tips from the video. And then Yashodhara NK writes, in a marriage function, we appreciate together about bride's dress, you know. So that also helps to, you know, that's also part of a conversation.
That also they can do. They can say something about others' dresses also.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Good
Dress,
idea.
costumes
Dressing, describing them in
Okay.
details.
Ma'am, this coat looks very nice, huh?
Thank you, sir. It's
Wow.
made up of wool.
Wool, okay.
And it has
Especially
big buttons on it.
winter time, I think we feel more warmness, huh?
Absolutely.
How much it costs?
Sir, I don't remember that actually. And but then I must say that it's very precious to
It's
me.
available in Delhi, huh?
Yeah, it's available in Delhi in mostly malls.
Okay,
So
okay.
you have a lot of varieties to choose, different colors.
You like this type of black color too?
Yes, sir.
What
Because
about your shoes?
the shoes also are very comfortable and they're very good.
You taking only branded shoes only or any shoes? No particular about the brand and
No, I just go by the comfort. If they are comfortable, then I go. And sir, what about your clothes?
This actually you can. It's something branded one. I don't know the brand.
Okay.
I like it this much dress also.
Okay.
Look like a formal attire na.
Absolutely correct. And the color is also
Matching. Yeah.
matching.
Then
Okay.
what about your hair treatment there?
Sir, I haven't taken any treatment. These are my natural hair.
Okay. But even though you're caring your hair well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so similarly we have lot of
everybody can do
appreciation
the same.
and lot of comments about each
so much
other.
ideas also we'll get from others too. Got it. About our body treatment, body caring our body.
Yeah.
Got it. Costumes idea.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. For example, Sharmi CV writes, I practice with my colleagues about their dressing style.
Very good, very good, very good.
And Serene Joseph shares that not only in classes and staff rooms too, we teachers need to talk in English so that we won't hesitate to talk in front of kids.
Who sent this message, ma'am?
Serene Joseph.
Oh, very good. We really want to appreciate. Actually, the teachers want to make a habit of informal conversation with their students.
Yeah.
Normally, majority teachers, maybe in Delhi, I don't know the situation, but in Kerala, what they're doing now, subjects they will teach in English, other time they full talk in the regional language.
Okay.
It will not develop any language in students, ma'am.
Okay.
That's why even
But,
the Hindi also we learning in classrooms.
Absolutely.
But even the Hindi teacher never use Hindi informally.
Oh, that's really strange
That is
and
so
very
pathetic.
shocking.
Ma'am. Even English teachers also, there are so many English teachers also there. They'll come and teach you English in English.
Okay.
But after that again they switch over to Malayalam.
Oh, that's
why
actually
students
the
are not
reason.
actually informally using only language will develop, ma'am.
And that is the issue which Serene Joseph has
yeah,
also
yeah.
raised, that teachers need to talk to each other in English.
English. Just especially the casual talk with the students.
Yeah. So that they also become fluent and the students also learn, you know,
Actually, in some
informally.
schools, with the forcefully they're making talking in English in their campus.
Right.
That's why students are getting English there. It's not because of the teaching of English there.
Yeah.
It is only because of the rule in that
The
school.
rule in the school.
Inside the campus, maybe they want to pay fine or penalty. Got it? my
Yeah,
point?
absolutely correct.
That's why they are forced to talk in English.
Yeah.
Such students are getting English. Why? Because they are using informal conversations.
Okay.
Got it? my point.
And then we have Shinla Babu B. He writes, super way of teaching, sir. Very interesting. I've improved a lot through
No,
this
actually,
class.
if they implement, our teachers implement this method in the classroom, no need of a strict punishment, penalty, nothing.
Right.
Students automatically develop and they enjoy the language of learning. Got it, my
Absolutely
point?
right.
No
Absolutely.
need of any force or punishment, nothing.
Because they help each other while talking, so it would also not create a
automatically,
hindrance.
automatically it will develop.
And since they're talking in groups, so there won't be any confidence issues.
Yeah.
Okay. And Rini Ravindran is actually praising the meditation class, sir.
Very
That meditation class was super.
good. Again, they can practice also. Still, the meditation lesson is there and continue more practice. Okay.
And
only
they
for-
can probably devote a time for that. Maybe 2 to 3, that could
they
be
want to
their...
make it as a part of their daily routine.
Yeah, a
That's
regular
good
timing
habit
can be
also.
given.
It's a very good
Absolutely.
medicine for our mind.
Then we have Florence Guntaga. She writes, earlier I used to speak broken English, but those who were practicing daily with me were developed their language and we got appreciation from our principal.
Very good.
We
very
can now talk, in flowing sentences.
good. Very
So,
good. See the difference, ma'am.
Right.
Automatically the flow will develop through regular practices. Got it, my point.
Yeah.
People thinking that this flow where we'll get to, some people can give this flow. Got it my point?
Yeah.
Through their own practice only they can develop this flow.
Absolutely.
How much you practicing English, how much you use English, that much speedily you will develop the flow, especially informal conversation.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Then we have Florence Guntika. She is also expressing her gratitude and she says very grateful to learn English.
Very good.
And Nena Sala writes, I practiced with my co-worker. She's an English teacher. I talked with her. I can't believe that my vocabulary increased.
Very good, very good.
And Shamla PK writes, I practiced this, in my bus. And she's described her friend's dress.
Very good, very
Okay.
good.
Ansi Sajal. Ansi Sajal is a new name.
New name.
So we welcome you, Ansi.
Welcome to our
You
program.
might be watching the program, but the comment name we are reading for the first time. Ansi Sajal writes, I practiced with my husband and cousin sisters. That was a good experience.
Very good, very good.
Remy Manjula shares, by practicing time, I got many new words. Some words I did not get. Then I went through the dictionary and got many new words. Those were, she wrote in her notebook also.
Very good, very good.
That's a very good practice.
Not only that, we want to hear so much of informal conversations also. In Google, in other, what we say, YouTube, we will get so much of informal conversations of others.
Absolutely.
If you are hearing it, automatically the words will register in our mind.
Right.
That
And
also they can do.
The more they practice,
so
the
much
more
conversations practices are there.
Right.
Even some apps are also there. Don't go with apps teaching grammar or learning grammar.
Yeah.
That's a negative effect. But simple conversations are there in so many apps.
Yes, sir.
Vocabulary developing apps also there. We will get it from Google Play Store.
Okay.
Never download any app teaching grammar or learning grammar. Got it, my mind.
Yes.
That's a negative impact.
Okay.
Conversations, and vocabulary learning apps, everything is good.
It's good. Because the more we practice, the better we become. And there is no end to the practice actually.
Of course.
Okay. So just now we were discussing so many good experiences and how positivity can be spread by appreciating each other, discussing, and how language is also being developed through these informal practices. And sir also suggested some vocabulary and informal apps which we can download. Because we have technology. So why not we use them in a positive way?
Actually, earlier without other support we can develop our language. Now without others, even with this technology and with our imaginary practices,
Absolutely.
with our own effort, we can develop our English.
Absolutely, because earlier there were only textbooks which
Even
we had.
directly only we can hear others talk, ma'am. Earlier, no other communication devices.
Right.
This type of communication devices actually supporting to develop our English too.
Right.
Not only that creating a necessity to come to the world language also.
True, absolutely. Because now English is actually a global language, so therefore different applications are also catering to it. Any assignment for today, sir?
Actually, this the same practice they can do with so many other people, and they can do their own practices.
Okay.
Not going with our own activities or lessons. Got
Okay.
it? That also they can do it. Actually, they want to implement everywhere English.
Right.
Got it?
So with this note, we take leave today. See you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. on YouTube Live. Till then, good night.
Good night. Bye bye.